Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Overcoming Graduation with Brian Drury, a show where I work to teach you everything I wished I'd known about habits and mindset to help you begin creating your dream life today. Today is another installment of The Morning Commute, where I take my ride to work in the morning to share a short but powerful message with you to help you kick your day off on the right foot. And today's message is this: depression, doubt, uncertainty. This morning, my morning motivation consisted of a YouTube video of a compilation of speeches by Joe Rogan. And if you've listened to my show, you know I reference him a lot. And in fact, one of my go-to morning videos is Joe Rogan Growth on YouTube. That was one when I did Morning Mastery. That was my go-to. That was with the initial Morning Mastery. That was my default. If I don't want to think and don't want to search, I'm going to go straight to that one. And in this compilation video, he's talking about when people go, oh, well, that's a great idea for you, but I've got kids and I've got a family. Or, oh, that's great for you to pursue your passion, but I've got a job, or I've got things, I've got loans, I've got debt, I've got blah, blah, blah. You just list it out. It doesn't matter what the thing is. And he said it's real tempting to do that, but it doesn't take us anywhere. And what I've found in my life is this is another iteration of playing the victim. The reason I bring up playing the victim so much is I believe it is one of the most insidious and dangerous mindsets out there. Because what it says is that I am vulnerable to and unable to change the circumstances of because of this person, situation, this place, this idea, this thing that happened. When we play the victim, we go, oh, I would love to start my business. I would love to write my book. I would love to be more connected with my family. I would love to go to the beach more. I would love to have time to sit and color. I would love to get back to playing guitar like I used to. I would love to be more physically active. But, we say, and what's easier, we think, what is easier to do instead of going, and I'm just not prioritizing it right now, which is owning it. Or I'm choosing not to. Or I'm reevaluating my priorities because I don't think that's really what I want to be doing or spending my time on. Or saying, listen, I do want it, but not bad enough right now to take the action. So I'm going to own that. Instead of all that, what we typically do, time is, I just wish I had more time. My job has been crazy lately, so I just can't. I'm too tired when I get home. I'm too tired in general. I'm exhausted. I can't sleep well because I have back trouble, or I have stomach issues, or I have acid reflux. We point and blame and complain, but what do we do about it? My anxiety, my depression, my uncertainty. That's what's holding me back. Oh, what can you do about that? No, it's holding me back. What step could you take? No steps, because it's beating me. I cannot beat this. It's impossible. It's really interesting how the body and the mind respond when we use the word impossible, or we say it's not possible. Because when we say, how can I do this? Body, mind, spirit, go to work. They're like, all right, well, let's see. What could we do? What could we try? I don't know if this is going to work, but we could try this. Or how about this? Or I really don't have any ideas. Where could we go to learn what we need to learn to have more ideas to try? But when we say impossible, even if we know it's not true, the mind and body and spirit go, oh, not worth even putting any effort into because it cannot be achieved by me. So we'll just move on. No, but that idea keeps coming up. No, but I keep thinking about it. It keeps appearing in my head. Oh no, but it's impossible. This is your brain talking. And you said, here, let me just get the records out. Let's get through the file cabinet. Yes, here we go. There's 972 entries here of you saying that this was impossible. Therefore, we don't think it is. So you should just, accept that. Because what we say is being reinforced in our mind and in our unconscious. I love the Vince Lombardi quote, beware your thoughts, they become your words. Beware your words, they become your actions. Beware your actions, they become your habits. Beware your habits, they become your life. So when we choose impossible, we choose to say, I'm overwhelmed and I can't and I won't, we'll find reasons to prove that right. You see, Joe Rogan was talking about in this episode that it's real quick, it's real easy to point the finger, to play the blame game, to identify the person or the reason, or to look at someone successful, compare, and then be mad about some unfair advantage that they have over you. And I'm doing air quotes when I say unfair advantage. When we go, oh, well, they don't have the same commitments. They don't have the same body structure. They don't have the same this. They don't have the same that. You know, it's like when we look at really beautiful people and we're like, man, they don't even know what a challenge it is to not be a model in this world. Damn it. That's so hard. And they have no idea. Not recognizing that they're human beings too with their own battles and struggles, that being sexy doesn't preclude you from having battles and experiences or losing people or getting sick or any of these things. You know, the important thing, and I've been going to this quote a lot lately because I have needed it, is from Byron Katie's book, Loving What Is, where she says, there's 3 types of business in the world. There's your business, their business, and God's business. And all your stress and anxiety and tension comes from trying to be in their business or God's business. Or, and this is a caveat I'll add, not handling your business the way you know you could. Because I went through that recently, where I was dealing with high levels of stress, tension, anxiety, extremely high for me. Some of the highest I've ever felt. And I kept saying, I don't know what this is. Maybe it's got to be this big mental thing. It's got to be this, well, I've never felt like this, therefore it's got to be something monumental that I'm facing, and it's got to be X, Y, Z, it's got to be this. And what if it could be as simple as, Brian, you know all these things. You know all these things to help yourself. You know all these things to help you through. Why not just do them? Well, no, they're not going to work. Really? It's pretty much every time you do those things, even if it doesn't, quote unquote, fix it, you feel better, you have more clarity, you're better than you were had you not done that thing. In the same way that now I have an ankle injury that I'm getting through, and part of me goes, well, shit, if I can't do heavy squats and burpees and things like this, what's the point? And I've been here, fortunately, I'll say this, fortunately, I've had enough injuries and times in my life where I wasn't at an optimal state that I know there's always a way. I'd strained the rectus abdominis and the cartilage in my ribs several years ago, and I could not work out. It's one of those things after having multiple abdominal surgeries, and then after those surgeries, this injury, I really knew that we use our abs a lot more than we realize. It's like getting up and down, getting in and out of chairs, getting in and out of bed, moving around at all, any kind of stabilization. It was crazy. And I was like, man, I can't stay in shape or get in shape like this. You know, I'm just gonna, this is it. But because I had done the work in the past in other areas, and because I had done enough of this work to know that, listen, man, if I just keep eating the way I'm eating and not exercising, oh boy, it's not going to be pretty. That scale and me are going to be at odds, let's say. That scale and me are going to look at each other and go, I'm going to go, don't tell me the truth. And it's going to be like, dude, I'm just trying to help. And I'll be like, fuck you, scale. And it's going to be like, I'm just saying, man. So that's when I hired a coach. And that's why I was able to lose 23 pounds without being able to work out beyond walking at a slow speed on a flat surface for 20 to 30 minutes a day. Because life becomes really amazing when we start to shift from I can't to what can I do. When we shift from it's impossible to what step could I take. When we shift from there's no way to I'm going to give it a shot. When we shift from but everyone is telling me I can't to there's a voice inside that's saying maybe I can. So much of our life is about the questions we ask. And then, not just the questions we ask, but the action that we take after the question is asked. Because when we're able to say, well, what could I do right now? Instead of looking at some celebrity that you assume has everything all together and that shit's easy for them, and saying, well, if I just had their benefits, their story, their background, then it would be easy. Which is also some massive bullshit, guys. I've gotten caught in that plenty of times where I've been looking at somebody and going, man, if I just had that or this. And what I'm saying at the core is, if I wasn't me, I'd be able to do this easily. Or I'd be able to do this, period. When there's even that deeper doubt of, can I do it at all? But it's a wasted time, it's a wasted game, and it's a load of bullshit. Because especially a lot of these people that have overcome massive, monumental things, they went through fucking hell. Like, I remember people back in high school saying, like, man, I wish I was Eminem. I have all these millions of dollars and be easy. I'm like, you want to grow up on an 8 Mile, be fighting to survive, be in gangs, watching friends die, seeing your mom being an alcoholic and a drug abuser. I'm like, really? Oh, it's worth it with the money. Yeah, really? It's funny, guys, because we're quick to assume that money is just going to be the magic cure-all that erases all the problems. We think that the people that are at the top of their industry don't have challenges. But I guarantee, if The Rock's daughter was really sick and she had some kind of infection, they didn't know what it was, and they were at the hospital trying to figure it out, life's going to be hard for him in that moment because he cares about those people in his family, like his family, his daughter, probably more than anybody. I don't know the guy yet, but yeah, he cares about them more than anyone. And watching people you love suffer or hurt is the hardest thing I've ever experienced. So let's collectively stop playing the victim. Let's be aware of our thoughts and our actions to catch ourselves when we are. And let's have the strength and the courage to call ourselves on it, or have great people in our lives who are willing to do it in a loving way to help us grow, so that we can start taking action to create our dream life, not get stuck in the depression, the fear, the uncertainty. Not to say it owns us, not to play the victim to our past or to our prior selves or our prior identities. We can own the moment today. We can choose to take today and this moment and act differently, to take care of ourselves better, to embrace ourselves better, to laugh more, to have more fun. We know what we want. We know what we want to try, but we will never know where it will take us until we try. I love you guys. Thank you all for listening today. Thank you for being a part of the show. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to the podcast on iTunes, Stitcher, or Google Play. If you'd like to reach out to me directly to give me feedback on the show, ask a question you'd like me to answer on the air, or reach out about one of my upcoming events or coaching programs, please feel free to reach out to me at brian@overcominggraduation.com. That's BRIAN @overcominggraduation.com. I love you guys. Thank you all for listening today. Thank you for being a part of this. Thank you for joining me on this ride, and I'll leave you with this. What is one step you could take today? One small action or one big action that you could take today to leave the stories, the limiting beliefs, the limiting beliefs, the past identities where they need to be in the past, so that you can begin living today in a way you never have. I love you guys. Have a great one. I'll be talking to you again real soon.